Who's the message for, please? Gemini. Not who I was thinking it would be for, but your energy's here, so... Ironic. Gemini, I feel like this is going to be a quick message. I'm not even going to waste your time much. Not that you're wasting your time, but maybe someone feels that way. Your energy is actually here, so here we go. Obviously, Gemini doesn't have to be your only placement. This is a collective reading, but in this case, for under the sign of Gemini. Let's see. Gemini, I'm getting parallel realities. I'm getting 2 realities at once for you. 2 realities at once. The title of your reading is White Russian. White Russian. And I was channeled that really just a few minutes ago as I was sitting here contemplating the energy that I just pulled, trying to understand it, wrap my head around it. Someone could have an addiction. Someone could be an alcoholic or a former alcoholic, or you're dealing with someone with some sort of addictive personality traits around you at the moment. I feel like, Gemini, you're so close. Just like you're right there teetering on the edge of some sort of shift or a breakthrough in your life, and it's like you know that if you cave in, if you give in just a little bit, you have a tendency to go down a dark path. And what's the term when you're rising, right? The devil comes to meet you. I see someone trying to offer you something that you know you should refuse. Or at least that's how you perceive it. Mind you, this does not have to be you. This could be someone around you. Maybe someone around you know is tempted by something that they should not be tempted by. It's like everything's just going perfectly. You're on a trajectory, a path, right? And this one little cue ball can just come in and knock you off course or knock you off of what it is that you should be doing. You don't want any interruptions, is what I'm hearing. No interruptions. You're very focused on what you want to get done, on the task at hand, whatever that is for you, Gemini. You don't want any interruptions. I feel like you need full focus, full concentration on the thing that you're doing. Okay. I don't know if you get into some sort of a headspace where you zone everything out or zone everyone out, and then you really just can't think or contemplate or concentrate when there's too much noise around you, or when there's too much activity going on around you, or maybe you feel like you haven't gotten a moment's peace and quiet, something like that, something to that degree. Maybe but maybe it's the way you communicate that, or those around you. There's someone tiptoeing on eggshells around another person because they fear a bomb going off inside of the other person should any kind of reaction be the wrong one, or any kind of response be the wrong one. You may need to really have a serious conversation with someone about something, but you're afraid to do so alone. Maybe you need company. Maybe you need backup to have some kind of a conversation with someone about something serious. Or maybe you don't want to feel ganged up upon in the conversation, so you know you're avoiding a conversation just so you won't feel the sense of being dominated in a conversation by someone who is trying to overpower you. Okay, there's that. So I'm seeing both sides of the aisle here, so you just kind of choose which one you're on. But I got, again, White Russian. And I was channeled that because back in my bartending days, that was actually a pretty common drink I used to make people. And it's basically, if you've ever had a White Russian, it's vodka and Kahlua and milk. And you pour, 1 part Kahlua, 1 part vodka, then you add milk, and then you mix. And then you mix it. Okay. You can even put a little butter shots in there. Some people like that. Anyway, point is, vodka, a clear liquor, Kahlua, a dark chocolate liquor, really kind of highlights this deck that I'm using for you too, this black and white energy, a white Russian, the milk, blending the two. It could be speaking to, maybe you have a mixed family, or you come from, could be speaking to interracial couples, or some sort of needing to see both sides of the situation, two energies mixing together. It's kind of like that. Two cultures even, whatever the case may be, two ideas merging, a union trying to form. And it's like you're on the brink of it. You're on the brink of this thing happening for you, Gemini. But there's a temptation. I feel like you're getting it under control. I keep seeing the Queen of Swords in my mind for you. And he's not here now, but the devil's been coming out a lot in your reading. It's like the devil is trying to find a back door into this conversation. Maybe you're just dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't matter. Or it's like the devil is trying to find a back door into this conversation to come in with an offer at the very last minute, right before you are getting ready to have a breakthrough. Gemini. So be careful what you're accepting. I see you ending something. And then feeling really guilty about it. I see you having some sort of, maybe you told a lie. Maybe someone told a lie around you. There's an ending, for sure. It has to do within a union, maybe a third party, a lie that was told. For some of you, this issue stems all the way back to your parents. 7:07 on the clock. This is a spiritual lesson for you. Something about your parents. Maybe you didn't have a stable family life. Or the one thing you wanted most of all was for your parents to be together. It's practically your wish fulfillment. You wanted a stable family connection. Maybe you're also trying to be a stable, maintain a family connection. This does not have to be romantic. This could be a platonic energy that I'm feeling. Although interesting, I said plutonic, almost like Pluto, right? The great disruptor, Pluto. But that's kind of what it is. And we do have a tower moment here. It's kind of like, it's a chronic energy. It's a Chiron energy. This trigger that comes in, and it's almost like you sense it. You're out getting ready to pass between the portal into the new world. You know, we're at the end of 2024, moving into 2025, and it's going to be good stuff for you coming up. Good work for you. Hard work, but good work, you know, and work that's going to pay off in so many ways. I feel like you sense it in every way, Gemini. You know it. In fact, I know you know it. I know you know it. You're here in every way. Pisces is here. Scorpio is here. Heavy Scorpio. Aries is here. Libra, Taurus is here. Virgo is here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is here. Oh, everybody's here. Let's just be real. Everybody's here. So what is it, guys? What's going on out there? What's got us on the tip of this, drinking this white Russian? Maybe you want to go out, have a couple drinks, but you're trying to give up alcohol. You don't want to overdo it. Don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Or you know this. There's something like that trying to creep in at the last minute to tempt you back into self-sabotaging yourself. But I also feel like maybe you're being smart. Maybe you're hiding your own keys away from you so you don't drive after you have imbibed for the evening, you know? Be careful on New Year's night, that sort of thing. Maybe you're just being smart about it instead. So when you do go out, when you do enjoy yourself, when you do party, you do something wise, you know? You do the right thing for yourself. You party safely. You have a good time safely, you know? But for some of you, for many of you, you know, I should not be indulging in this thing at all. At all. I don't care what it is. I don't even care if it's a video game. Yes, people don't talk about that, but video games are... We don't think about that either. Video games holding an addictive kind of quality. They do. They do. Maybe you're noticing changes in your kids and how much they're consumed by video games and what have you, and how that changes their personality, their mindset. How much easier it is to start fights, you know, over something so stupid. These gaming companies are multi-billion-dollar companies, almost trillion-dollar companies. You don't think they don't know how to hook somebody in a video game? The video game industry is bigger than the film industry, guys. I know. I work in the film industry. You don't think they don't know the science behind making something, their own product, addictive? Sure. I don't know why that's even important, but for someone it is, because I'm really sensing parents out here. And with the King and Queen of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups, we're talking about overindulgence in some sort of activity. A material substance, a food substance even, a pleasure, a guilty pleasure. A guilty pleasure. Okay. I know that. We got the Ten of Swords, the Empress, Three of Swords, and the Lovers. All right here. You know? It makes us expand, but not in a good way. Like, it may feel good temporarily, but then it hurts us later, and then we regret our choices, you know? It's one of those things. And we gotta sleep it off. We gotta heal. We gotta rest. So just be careful of what you guys are doing. If you're making a decision, King of Swords, Three of Cups, to go out and have a good time, be responsible about yourself. Because just remember, an old trigger that taught you a really strong lesson from the past is going to come back and try to haunt you now. Okay? Hierophant, you know it. A spiritual lesson is here to remind you, hey, you don't have to go back to this place, this feeling of not having enough, not knowing. You know who your friends are at this point. And keep those people close around you. Those are your friends, the ones who do look out for you, the ones who do warn you when shit's gone wrong, the ones who are brave enough to call shit out to your face, or maybe even the ones who are brave enough to call you out when you need to be called out. And some of you need to be called the fuck out. Let's just be real. Okay? You need to be called out on your bullshit. Some of you do. You don't have to like me for saying it. I don't care if you do. I don't. I'm here for the message to be sent and heard by whoever needs to hear it. It's not about you liking me. It's about you doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, who knows? Maybe me just sharing this makes you rethink and do something about your life. Maybe you save your own life just by listening. You know? Don't ignore your intuition. Can't. Not for long, anyway. I love you, Gemini, and I hope this helped you. Take care.